Hey there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. Today, I'm going to show you how this thing works. This is the Blast Beats by Twisted Electron. Basically, it is a very weird and characterful FM-based Groovebox. To start with, I have an empty pattern with an empty kit, and I'm basically going to show you how I've been enjoying to use it so far. So let's start by running the pattern. We'll go to step mode. Here, I can select all the sounds I want and place them onto this sequencer. Let's start with the kick drum. Here, I can edit this kick drum. So far, I found that the Blast Beats is better at weirder sound design. Stuff like this, more than trying to make proper, nice sounds. So I'll just explore this a little bit. This is well nasty. Okay. Let's go to the snare. Here I have the snare. Let's go video game snare. So basically for everything you have your volume, your wave, which is the waveform. Here when you move the wave you can see this going here and you can refer to this to know what kind of wave you are using. Mult is adding pitch, basically, when you are using a pitched material. You can basically use each of those as a synth or as something. So it doesn't have to be a snare drum, as you can hear. I like those. Okay, let's go to the tom. So the tom, hi-hats and cymbals all share this place. So here I'm having whip, whip, and here boom, boom, pitch down. I love those pitch up thing. Okay, closed hat, open hat, cymbals. Do some very weird sound with the cymbals. So one of the things that is a bit difficult to grasp is that every time you select an instrument that share some of these settings, you have to make the faders do not follow the thing. Now, we could want this drumming section to play more than just 16 steps. So here we are going to ask the machine to create a longer sequence. So we are going to function. In function, there's lots of different things that can be done, and one is length. So let's use this. So now it's 4 sections of 16 step. So now if I want to clone my first pattern to these other sections, I can just have to click the first page, and we should now have the same thing everywhere. Now we can add some variation. We can actually, if you rec it like this, you can add stuff on the fly like this. You can hear. And here, if you click on step again, you can select the page you're in. So let's say that on page 2 I don't want any of those hi-hats. Same on page 4. One other interesting thing that you can record anything basically. So let's say this, I could rec. This. It's quite easy to make like weird things. You can also add randomness to things to hear it better. I will recall another pattern that's empty. Let's check that wiggle thing. This should be the amount of now after the synth. Let's go page 1. I personally prefer to input this on the fly. You can choose the octave by holding rec and choosing here. Now let's try to add some randomness. Okay, so now let's say that I want to have the drums on output number 1. And we go to function, root, this guy selected, only to output. Same for this, same for this. If you see 2 at the same time, it means that they are basically linked. This is as said in the manual due to the limitation of the internal chip. So now synth 1 and synth 2 are going to be on output number 2. So we don't hear it right now. So now that I have it on a separate channel, I can EQ it, for example, or EQ the drums without EQing the synth. So let's add some bass. This also means that as we have the separate output, we can now basically run all those individual sounds into different effects. So let's go for synth true delay. Awesome. Now we could send the drums to the Murph. In the function here you can also mute stuff. So let's mute the synth for now. And have fun with those drum sounds. Also, one of the fun things is that anytime you can recall any of the kits you already made. On the pattern you are playing at the moment. When you load a pattern, it will automatically load its own kit. You can change it with the flip of a button. So let's ask synth 3 to also go here. Actually, for a bit of sound design, we could even tell him to go to both. So here we have this synth 3 that can play 2 notes at the same time. It's going both in both outputs, so it's going to one channel over there. Let's go full wet and one channel over there. That's fun. Let's put loads of attack everywhere and see what happens if we can make a nice pad sound. And sort of the few things I don't like about this machine is that it's quite hard to dial the envelopes. Have I done? No. Okay, for this last part, let's load a new pattern. New pattern with a new kit. Nothing on it. Let's start over with the drums. Also, let's choose a tempo. We can tap the tempo like this. Or you can hold tempo and, for example, say 1/5/4, and that would be the tempo now. So, let's enter some drums. And now we are going to use this keyboard to play our synth. So synth 1 should be this one. Let's put everything back to 0 here, and I will explain you a bit more how this synthesizer engine works. Here I have everything at 0, so no sound. That makes sense. Now what I will want is to choose first an algorithm. It's only on OP1 here, operator 1, that you have the choice of the algorithm. There is 5 of them. One of the simplest I found is the 5th one. So here I have all those going out separately. So let's make a simple sound. Make sure that everything's at 0. Okay, everything's at 0. So you have your waveform, feedback on top of this waveform, multiplication, and attack and decay. Decay which is released at the same time. Okay, so let's say that we like this sound. Let's now make this pattern longer. Okay, and while we are here, let's copy the drum parts on the 4. Now everything should be working. Let's record that synth. Done. Easy. Now let's select channel 2. I wasn't recalled, so it's recorded. Let's say that's okay. Removing record. No. Channel 3. Now I'm on synth number 3, which has 2 voices. Can be played as a chord. So let's go back to everything at 0 once again. If you want to set everything at 0, do it once with all the fader, and then you can copy by holding this kit in the kit pattern mode and just copy it everywhere. That's what I've done to make all those kits basically empty. Back on this synth. Let's go to Algo 5. So yeah, I have operator 1. The operator 2. This one has tremolo and vibrato, which the first one doesn't have. You can choose the rate here. So here I can blend my different operators as different voices. So far it's not really FM, as in this algorithm mode, I'm using only the tree first. All those are independent. But now if I change the algorithm to, let's say, 1, I don't have much because everything's going out from 4. So 4 is my main one and all the others are modulating it. So it's always quite fun when you have a sound to try the other algorithm and see what happens. Of course, the levels are going to be very important here. Well, it's recorded, it's a mess, but that's not really a problem. Basically, this is how this little guy works. Then there is some effects here where you can repeat. Those are recordable. Same with the bend. Basically everything from the function menu is recordable. So if I decide to change the tremolo speed, it's also going to be recorded if I have record lit. this is how I've been having fun using this little box. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I guess one of the next time you will see this one, I'm going to make a video with the tracker, with the tracker sequencing everything of this guy, which can be pretty fun. Ciao, ciao, everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and go check Patreon if you have some money to spend for samples. Bye-bye.